Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Nighttime Out. It's gonna be a chill pill episode where we introduce our podcast, who we are, and just talk about whatever. So I'm Jessica. I have my annoying partner here, Tima. So we're just gonna start talking about what is our podcast about. So you wanna start?
Yeah, sure. So, as the name says it all, nighttime out. We're just like two bunch of friends who, love having conversation at night. And I don't know what is that, magic of the night or something like that. Somehow the
Yeah.
conversations always go deep, right?
Yes.
we keep we keep on talking for hours and hours and hours sometimes, and when we see the sun, and we're like, okay, gotta go to bed.
Right. It's always like this.
Mhm.
And I don't know, the conversations are either quite deep and it doesn't really quite make sense, but it's fun. Like it's always fun for us to have these conversations. So, this is how this podcast kind of came about too,
Yeah.
from our nightly
Mhm.
tangents and
Mhm.
weird
Mhm.
midnight talks.
Mhm. We wanted to just get our thoughts out to the world as well. We see, are we just that crazy? Or are we like,
Right.
are we like, just a small part of this huge bunch of crazy people? Let's see how it goes as we go through the whole podcast series. But yeah, that was our main intention of starting this podcast, is getting it out there, being a platform to express ourselves, rant it out a bit after a long, hard day of work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's true. We are gonna cover quite a lot of different topics. Like we're gonna cover about mental health,
Mhm.
personal relationships, having Asian parents.
Oh.
Ooh,
We all
ooh,
know that pain.
yes. But
Yeah.
besides more
Mhm.
serious topics, we're gonna talk about our day-to-day life,
Some light-hearted, fun
probably.
experiences.
Yes. Like K-pop and K-drama,
Mhm.
especially. Hint, hint,
Mhm.
And besides that, we should introduce more about ourselves, like who we are.
Mhm.
So, how do we meet actually?
How did we meet? Oh wow! Oh, that fateful day, or that unfaithful day. I don't know what should I call it, but yeah,
Right.
it was in our orientation program. So we both were running late, and then
Mm-hmm.
somehow we ended up at the door of this lecture theater together. Since we were late, the only place we could sit was at the back of the class. So
Exactly.
somehow it's like we're like two awkward people, just like, hi, okay, sit at the back of the class and just like, okay, listen to the orientation that's going on, and you're just like, should I talk to this person? I don't know.
That's our social anxiety. That is like
Yeah.
it's like talking.
Mhm.
That is true. I remember that day because
Mhm.
well, I didn't actually want to talk to you at first because Okay, let me explain. Like, kind of describe to our audience how you look like on a day-to-day life. Well, she's like a small girl
Yeah.
with a RBF. You may Google it. Oh yeah, and our podcast, as my partner say, is gonna be strictly clean, so we won't be swearing or try to not to swear.
We'll try.
So
The keyword is
yes,
try.
so she didn't look really approachable to me at first. So we kind of sat quietly during orientation,
Mhm.
and it was only when it ended that we started talking.
Mhm.
The first topic we kind of related was actually hating on group projects. Remember?
That's 4 years later, I still hate it. I hate it. I'm sorry. I know what was the intention, lecturers, but I still hate it. It's just so annoying.
It is. It is. So that's how we became friends by hating people. So
Literally, that's a weird way of bringing people together.
yeah. So there's gonna be this type of stories too about our university days. Oh, I think we should tell our audience that we are also recently graduated from psychology.
I was about to tell you that because when you said university days, it sounds as if we had graduated like 10 years ago or something like that.
I promise you, it wasn't 10 years ago, okay? So it was fairly recent. We're not going to tell you when exactly, but fairly
Mhm.
recent. So we're going to talk about our experiences, the different type of lecturers and people
Oh
that we
my
met
God.
in universities. Yes, there's going to be a lot of reminiscing, a lot of dealing with different situations. I think it's quite interesting.
Oh my God, uni.
It's a fun but difficult time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all those sleepless nights, morning classes. Ugh.
Yes.
Fun place to be, fun place to be. That's how we made. But yes, she told her part of the impression. Let me tell mine. I was like, who is this awkward girl there?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Really.
I was like, I'm not the type to make friends easily, and I'm very bad at initiating conversations. So for me, like when I joined university, I was like kind of alone. I did not had any friends during my college, so I was like so alone. I used to think, oh my God, how do I make friends? You know, it's so tough. It's so
Mm,
big. You know, what if I don't make friends and all and all? And then
mm.
another loner popped up beside me. Literally.
It is.
Right.
That is actually accurate.
Right.
Like, yeah, I think you should tell about how you moved from another country too.
Yeah, yeah. I think we both kind of foreign to the place where we studied.
How about you
Oh
first? You
my,
first.
so
You know.
polite.
Yes.
All right.
Of course. Don't you know who I am?
Mhm. All right. We all know who you are.
Okay,
And
okay.
as we go through this whole podcast journey, I'm pretty sure our audience will also know who you are. All right.
Wise for you, you know? Okay. So yes, you were saying you were from a different
Yeah,
country.
so I moved there to study. Oh my God, freedom! But then, oh my God, in class there were so many cultural differences. You're like, oh my God, would they want to be friends with me? You know, do I look different? Oh my God, what if they don't want to be friends with someone, you know, speaking a different language, someone from a different culture? So
Mm,
that's what I thought. I had a fair share of struggle because I did some like a foundation course there as well. So initially
mm,
I was a bit I was a bit shy in my foundation classes as well. People were very friendly, but I don't think our energy really matched. And I had like very few friends that I made in foundation. And
yeah.
yeah, so when I went to uni, I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be much more bigger. So there was always that.
And were you like intimidated like about like a new classroom of people? Was that scary or was that, something exciting?
Well, I was actually excited because I really wanted to do psychology back then. I really wanted to study that subject. So I mean, I don't mean to sound rude. Please don't take it that way. It's just that I was in my foundation class for a year, and I felt like my energy didn't match with most of my classmates. So I did have fun, but I did not had that social group. That's what I felt. So when I left, I
Mm,
was kind of a bit excited in a way because now the pool is gonna be much bigger. But then when I went to the orientation after that, all in all, I was like, oh my God, I think I felt that more in the first day of class rather than in the orientation. I was like, hey, happy child, getting to study psychology finally. And it didn't turn out well, but overall, yeah, I got more intimidated when I went to the class, and then it was like, oh my God, new faces. I have to talk with new people. I have to make friends with these new people, and I might possibly have to see them for the next 3 to 4 years again. And I'm like, that sounds fun, but yet a bit like a tiny part of my heart was like, I want to run away from here. Yeah. How about you? Since you were also pretty foreign to this, place. How was your experience?
yeah, like I was living in a completely different country, and again, like cultural difference was a huge thing that I experienced when I first started in similarly college in foundation. So like I didn't have much friends or maybe like really like four
Mhm.
friends, but I was really awkward too. There was a lot of cliques,
Mhm.
still in. I feel like it felt more, there was freedom
Mhm.
more. Like nobody really babied
Mhm.
you in a
Mhm.
way how it was in high school, but it just felt like the cultural difference was so big language wise, and I don't know, it was just really hard for me to connect with
Right,
people
right.
like you said.
The energy
Yes.
was not in
Yeah, it was
tune. Like it was like it's
yeah.
either too high or either it's too low.
Yes, yes. It was certain things like,
Mhm.
languages, like how language wise, it was so hard to relate to them. I just couldn't connect with them. It was very difficult. Like, plus with moving to a different country, that was really difficult for me because I had to leave behind a totally different
Right.
life. All
Mhm.
my friends were back
Mhm.
home. So it was very hard for me. Making friends is still in a way such a it's an obstacle. I'm not like a person who can again like approach someone and be open and just be like hi, like what's your name? I'm never like that. Like I have to wait for
Right.
someone to
Right.
approach
Usually the
me
extroverts
to
adapted us.
yeah.
It's always that way.
Yes.
It's always that way.
And I don't know, in university it was for me it was like more scary because like I had to do this all over
Mhm.
again,
Mhm.
it like that 1 year of making like a few friends. I have to start over again, and all my friends from foundation, like they moved away or they went to a different
Mhm.
course, so I had to do this all alone, and that was really scary. Like I was honestly thinking if I didn't met
Mhm.
you on that day and we didn't
Mhm.
become friends, I don't think I would have
Oh
any friends like in the whole of the
my.
universe because I'm not approachable. Like I don't know how to make myself approachable too. So and I don't know how to like at that time especially I was like super awkward. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to interact with new people. You know, I think it was like a weird first day. Literally like the
Mhm.
orientation we met and instantly became friends. Like
Right. It's like
instantly.
I think we even skipped our lunch or something. We're just like talking there in the classrooms is there.
Yeah, yeah. It's just how weird that you can meet certain people, you just
Right.
connect, and some you can never connect within that like year, that 1 year I spent with that same
Mhm.
classroom of people, but I
Right,
can never really
right. You
connect
stay in
with
the
them.
same bench, you're like, same desk, I mean, and you just like literally sitting side by
Mm.
side, but you just like, I don't know how to talk to
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah, but like it definitely made my university experience, my whole 3 years of our university life. It was like so fun because we had a couple of close
Mhm.
friends that we can just survive in uni. Yeah, I think that was my experience. Like probably, I'm surprised we still
Right.
survived.
It's okay. We passed through it, and those who are passing through it
Mm-hmm.
and listening to this podcast instead of doing assignment, okay, listen to it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't encourage people.
It's
Please
like
go to
you gotta
class.
find that
Please go
balance
to
in it.
class.
You gotta find that balance. That is the
Yes,
number one thing that I learned from uni. Find that balance. Everyone's threshold is different, but you gotta find your own. Just don't think, oh, my friend can do it, then I'd do it, kind of thing. Yeah, just get in tune with
yes,
yourself.
yeah. I definitely love university life better than college
Same.
because the lectures were questionable,
Ooh.
but you're gonna see a lot of different situation where we, again, like you said, about
Mhm.
balance,
Mhm.
about stress, and like a lot of sleepless nights. That was one of the things that we did a lot during university. Anyways, should we say, I don't know, what else should we talk about?
Well, we talked about why we did it, how we did it, how we met. I mean, well, let's talk about us. Okay, Sika, who are you really? Tell me about yourself. Tell me. I'm here to listen.
what do you want to know? Like
Like if
I
you were to describe to
um
new audience, how would you describe yourself? This is such a like a typical
had
interview question. So tell
the
me about yourself,
well,
Jessica.
I don't know. Like I am very quiet in person, but yeah, I get very loud when I'm
Oh
with the
my.
right people.
Okay, if I were to describe you, she loves makeup because I'm a makeup noob. So every time I need to get like a lip tint or something like that, she'll walk with me to the mall and she'll be like, "Okay, this set doesn't suit you. This is too bright for your skin. No, no, this set is perfect. No, no, this set is too dark." So she got that information. So I'm not sure how we go in the future, but let's say if we ever get to do a video call, or I don't know, maybe meet someone someday in person, one of our audience. Maybe, yeah, ask Jess for a makeup tip. She got that. She got that. Yeah. So in terms of that, that's there, and she loves manicures as well. I still haven't gotten mine. Just a hint, but she loves those kind of stuffs. And if I were to
Mm.
talk more about her personality, well, she likes organizing stuffs, and she's the type who, if she sees you in a mess, which I am most of the time, she'd be like, can you do this? Can you, fix this and fix that? Can you, she always got that go rolling and all. And she can be quite straightforward at times. Throughout the 3 years, I have disappeared on and off from her life. I mean, it's like really, I mean, you ask her, like, she can tell you more about it later. But sometimes I disappear for weeks and then I suddenly appear, then we start from where we left.
Yes, I mean, not intentionally. I hope it's not intentionally to avoid me.
I would describe her as a person who's organized, who loves makeup, skincare, and also has this super strength of giving people cravings. She always says that, especially when I'm broke. Like right before paycheck day, she'll be like, I'm eating fried chicken. My sister got the sourdough. And I'm like, girl, I'm hungry. I'm
Uh,
hungry, girl. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. Yeah.
yes, I love food. I cannot complain. I love food. I'm a foodie, definitely a foodie. I mean, yes, I do like wearing makeup and skincare and all types of beauty. I always find it as fun. I'm not an expert, definitely, but yes, I guess, yeah, that you could describe me that way. How would I describe you?
Mm.
I would say you are quite bright and die
Wait,
type of person.
what?
Okay, maybe not ride or die, like a good person overall.
Guys, oh my God. I will never delete this conversation. This podcast is never going anywhere else.
From university, I think you always came across as very honest, I would say, like a reliable friend, but not for outings. I mean, not to jab you or anything, but you cancel on
Yeah, I
us
did. I
quite a
did.
lot.
I did not find that balance until like I think around the end of my final year. I think that was the time when I found that balance. Too late, but yeah, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. That's good. But you were always a really good friend to just rant about and open up. Like I was very comfortable with you in the way I can open up in talking about really deep stuff, like things I struggled with. We have very a lot of similar experiences. I feel like, yeah, and we have a very similar mindset in a way in our opinions and stuff. But that being said, she likes to volunteer. I think in university you needed to again balance, but I admired you for having that passion to volunteer and help people. Even though, you prioritize the volunteering, then our friendship, I'm still bitter about that.
Whenever I told them, guys, I joined in this new position in this new volunteering club, then initially they were just like, okay. Then after that, I lost that balance and
Mm,
I still continued in that student club. And they were like, another year
yes.
again.
She went from like the lowest of the levels as volunteering to like the head of the club. You can see how passionate she gets about projects and about people. and you never do things in a bad way. Don't have really bad intentions. You were always genuine. I really
Oh
like that
my
about you.
God, I'm touched.
Yeah, I'm grateful for you, for a friend like you. That being
Oh,
said,
oh,
cons,
oh.
by the way, she, she is always late. That is a key feature of her. She is
Mhm.
very chill, but also,
My motivation
yes,
is like running out in the woods, and I'm just like, la 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 la.
yes, yes. But I mean, your
Yeah, it
luck is
is.
quite bad. You'll be surprised in how bad her luck is. At this point, it's just like, yeah, that happened to you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's you. You got bad luck. Mhm.
But remember, you always have good karma, you know? Like that one time that you get to meet like a really big
Ooh,
K-pop
yeah.
group. I'm not gonna say who yet. Let's keep this as
Funny, like, I think they mention it a lot. Like, I have like bad luck for 2, 3 years, and then suddenly big karma
yes.
comes in, and then something big happens.
Where it's like amazing. It's like impossible that it will happen to someone. And then you like happen to get it. That's how it always been. Like 2 to 3 years of
Right,
bad luck and then bam, like abundance of good luck just
right.
hit you all
I'm
at
still
once.
waiting for mine. It's been very long. I haven't received any good luck. I'm going through every day thinking, I know it's a bad day. I know it's my bad luck, but I'm gonna get that good thing someday. I don't know what that is, but let's hope it's coming soon.
It's okay. Like this couple of years, I think it's been pretty bad for everyone in the world. The whole pandemic, COVID type of thing. And yeah, we're gonna talk about that and what happened, what we did during the pandemic
Mhm.
and our quarantine.
Let's stay
So
tuned.
a lot of things that we're gonna talk about too. And I think that's how I see you. That's how
What
I
do you mean
remember
remember?
you.
Like, girl, we're talking right now.
No, no.
Yeah,
But especially, I think now we have been
right.
closer than before. University, we did have our closeness, but it was always like an on-off thing. Like you were always busy with something, or like we were busy with something, or we just didn't match up,
Mhm.
but we were always friends.
I
Yeah,
think our
always
classes also
friends.
didn't match in the
Yes.
final year. That's why also because we took different electives as well.
Yeah, for some. But I always called her the unicorn, when
Why?
I see her in class.
I didn't know that.
But oh, because
I literally didn't know that.
because sometimes we will see you in class and sometimes not. That's the thing. She loves to keep classes.
No,
That's one
no,
of
no.
her
Okay, you
qualities
gotta
as
think
well.
it this way. I actually skipped this class, and they were like, "Guy, what are you doing? Come to the class." And I was like, "Sis gonna read everything from the slide. Like, what's the point in me
Yes.
coming there while I can do something productive for my event back other area? So it's gonna be worth it.
Yes.
I haven't skipped certain classes that I really enjoy. Yeah, it's either that or it's either I'm just too tired. Yeah, but most of the time it's just the lectures. I mean, I like them as a person, and I do think they each have their own strength, but it just didn't tune with mine because I'm not a person who can study. We did learn about this in one of our psychology classes. We have different kind of learning. Some is like visual, some is like
Mm-hmm.
auditory. So mine one is usually I have to read on my own, then only I'll understand it. I have to go to lectures, then I'll
Mm.
understand it. But even like now, if someone tells me, I'll ask them to could you write it down if it's too much details, because my strength would lie there rather than listening. I mean, I could do that, but if it's more about learning new things, like a new topic or a new theory, then I'd rather read the research
Mm-hmm.
paper rather than go into a class in my learning curve thing. Yeah, but I do admit I missed a lot of classes. And I was always like, guys, give me the
Yes.
attendance code. Mhm.
That being said, disclaimer, we do not encourage people to skip classes, okay?
I
Kids,
did.
please go to your classes. Just don't skip them as much, okay? No, but yes, yes, you rather. That's why we don't encourage any class skipping, okay? Just go to all your
Mhm.
classes. Don't be like us. But yes, that's one of the things that we learn a lot in universe. I mean, you'll see a lot of lecturers, and some they just
Mhm.
really don't care. We just realized that they really don't care. They're just trying to like do. like say what they want to say about the
Right.
topic, and then they just move
There are some lectures I'm like, oh my God, I like you so much because I like your subject so much, everything. But then there are some lecturers you're just like, how did you become a lecturer again? So sorry, but
exactly.
it
Yeah.
seems like you gotta scale up, girl, girl or boy, I don't know. There's a mixture, yeah, but you gotta scale up.
Mm-hmm. I think we kind of like covered quite a lot about ourselves. Do you want to talk about what are we going to discuss in the next
Yeah, perhaps that
episode,
can be done
maybe?
as well, or we could keep it as a surprise.
Yeah, but like contain something related
Hmm.
to K drama. For all you K dramas lovers there, just
Hmm.
stay tuned to our next
Yeah,
episode.
we're like
And
a
like,
huge
yes,
K-drama fan. We didn't get to catch up on a lot of K-dramas during our university days, so we're just now like, yeah, I got time. I'm gonna watch that drama.
yes, we're making up time for
Yeah.
the time that we missed
Yeah.
during uni. Other than that, right, we mentioned a lot that we're psychology students. So we're gonna mention a lot
Hmm.
about psychological theories and just discussing our
Hmm.
opinions and how we see, how we experience in real life too.
Right.
Like how
Right.
can we relate?
It's
Yeah.
interesting in a way because all this like last 3 to 4 years we were just learning the theories.
Mm.
We had few extreme examples that were shown to us, but now you think about it, that time we couldn't think because the stress was too much and we didn't sleep. But now you think
Yeah.
about it, like psychology is like a part of it. You could see them everywhere. It's so applicable to every human interaction.
Like,
Yeah, so it's
yes.
it's interesting
Yeah.
to see how it's like in the dramas as well, since we were so kind of like obsessed about dramas. We're like, okay, do we see it in there? So we probably gonna discuss it around that
Mm-hmm.
factor and how it could be more than just a source of entertainment. How they could
Yes.
sometimes teach us
Um,
something that we fail to see in everyday life, or something that we unconsciously or subconsciously chose to ignore in our daily life. And yeah, that's a huge
mm,
spoiler right there. It's just our second series. There's bound
yes.
to be mistakes and there's bound to be points that we missed out. But yes, definitely we will love to discuss it with our listeners someday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. That's something that we would like to do. So, not even just through dramas. I think we're going to talk about kind of out of body,
Mm-hmm.
like
I love.
documentaries
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So, I think it'll be, in future episodes of
Mm-hmm.
more of chill pill, probably. I'm not going to go too scientific or too crazy, but I'm just going to discuss about some of the documentaries I saw or articles that I read. Not too political,
Mm-hmm.
but more psychological. And basically, other than that, we can talk about like how we survived in university
Yeah.
and making friends. I think we grown a lot since our foundation day, where we kind of figured it out
Mm-hmm.
in like knowing other people, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
through our cause or just like
Like
personal experiences.
we have come a long way, like what you have said. Like now, if an awkward stranger comes and sits beside me, I could hit her up with a
Mm-hmm.
conversation right there. So I think that would do the same. So
Yeah,
that is some progress there, from the first meetup to later we're like, hey.
yeah. I think we're gonna talk about our mental health, basically. That's gonna be yeah.
I'm gonna get some booze on the side of my table just in case things get too serious. Like night timeouts. You could get a little booze at the side as well, if you are above the legal age.
Yes, we do not condone underage
Although we
drinking as well.
started. So yeah, listen to the
Yes,
seniors. Come
do
on.
not condone. Yes. Besides that, we're going to talk about outside of university too. We struggle. Just that I think university we had
Hmm.
a lot of chances to make mistakes. After university, I think we could like
True.
reminisce and view back on what
Yeah,
we
but
did.
like yeah, like financial troubles, getting to manage your finances better. That was a huge step for us as well. Yeah, couldn't manage my finance well.
Yeah.
I didn't get to eat the fried chicken that Sika kept on talking about.
We're gonna tell you how to
Mhm.
eat fried chicken, how to
Right.
buy that fried chicken, man, how to get that food that we want to eat. And not only that, we're gonna talk about
Mhm.
generally how to deal with change. I think transition from university to quote unquote adulthood. We both struggle a little bit dealing with workplace. I don't know about you, but
I've never had the
no?
workplace.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Mhm.
can tell you about
Right.
my
Mhm.
workplace. I'm not gonna talk much because I'm gonna leave that for a future episode. Yes, I'm gonna talk about that, and Dima can give her output in what happens and how
Yeah,
she would
sure.
deal those crisis
Yeah, maybe it
situations.
would be a good
Yeah.
practice for me in case I have that situation in the future as well. Wrapping all of this up,
Yes.
there's gonna be a lot of interesting topics ahead and a lot of interesting scenario discussions ahead. And everything that we say
Mm.
or put forward would be mainly through our own experiences, and we do respect that other opinions and others' experiences may be different. And that's why, let's say, if we do
Mm.
grow and get some recognition, we would love to have guests from different parts of life who experienced things differently, just to put that different perspective there. And just before we wrap, Jessica, could you let us know what is your vision? How do you see Nighttime Out podcast in the next 1 and next 5 years?
Well, I hope that within a year that we have at least 1,000
Mm-hmm.
listeners on a podcast. I hope that we created a community where we can just connect and relate with our own experiences and share other people's experiences. I think that's one of the things that I hope that we can do in the future. That you guys, our audience, can submit their stories and their experiences too. In 5 years, maybe, who knows? I mean, I hope that we. Is it too much if I say
Well, it's
100,000?
good to have dreams
But I hope.
sometimes. It's a tough time. 2021 is gonna be tough as well. I'm pretty sure this whole decade is gonna be tough. So let's dream, girl.
Yes, that's what I hope, and that's what I see our podcast grow into this amazing community that we can just connect.
My vision was get at least 1,000 subscribers kind of thing. But let's see if that happens or not. And in
Mm-hmm.
5 years, seems pretty long, but I'm pretty sure the 5 years is gonna just pass like boom. It's like 2026 now.
Yes.
So that's probably gonna happen. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I hope is because we are just entering into this adulthood phase, we are just starting, new jobs, we're starting new paths. So I just hope that 5 years down the
Mm-hmm.
line, but I hope that we would still be here doing the same thing and continuing this platform, growing
Oh,
this platform. That would be my dream. Because I know changes can be pretty
okay.
tough to deal with. So since the next 5 years, I'm pretty sure that it's hella gonna be very, very, very challenging period. I hope that we are still here together doing this
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
And hopefully overcome it,
Oh, yeah.
overcome those
We
difficult
gotta
times that we,
like
yes.
hmm
Yeah. That's a good way to say it.
So, but today ends our first series of Chill Pill with Night Timeouts with Sims and James, also known as Jess and Team. That is the weird nickname that we gave it to ourselves. But
Okay.
yes, let's see how it goes. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have enjoyed this session. And please don't be harsh on us. We are still trying. We'll see you with another round of our series, which, like we hinted a bit earlier, it's gonna be about K drama. And if you love enjoying K drama, please wait for us. Stay tuned, stay happy. We're gonna go through 2021 together. Sayonara and good night.